What is going on, everyone? How you doing? Long time no see. Guess what? I'm back here today with a top 10 for fragrance list of my unAVERAGE recommendations for you, thought of by me. You know what? Not going to waste much more time. Let's just get into this. Before I even get into this list, there is one honorable mention, and that is because this is a limited release and I don't know how accessible the fragrance will be whenever you're watching this video in the future, where this won't age well, basically, because it's a limited release. But shout outs to two friends of mine. Those who know I do a lot of streaming with Joey Cannoli, my bro, also Zaharoff. So I bring you Triple X. Clean, sexy, musky, leathery, spicy fragrance. This is a musk fragrance. This is a bad boy dressed in all black with the black leather jacket fragrance. Lasts a long time. This performs on me very well. That lavender leather spice musk cumin combination just works for me on my skin. It's very daring for many also, so that's another reason why this is an honorable mention. But I got this bottle in May. You see how much I've used, 60 ml. You know that I am going to be using it this fall. Very attractive type of fragrance. If you are looking to attract, this would be the fragrance that you wear. Not that it's a compliment getter, but just something about it gives you that aura and like makes it very very hormonal, if you will. Up first is one that will end up being more so if you want a fresher type of fragrance during the fall. Super versatile, works anytime, any place. A little bit more on the masculine side. Think of this as your adult version of Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. Percival from Parfum de Marly. Like I said, so this is going to be like a little bit like lavender and Ambroxan, bergamot, woods, creaminess, tonka bean going on. Lasts a long time. You're trying to play it much safer on the fresher side. Then for the fall, go ahead and get this. Cuts through that fall breeze just fine, easy breezy. You'll be able to wear this if you're a student starting college. You could wear this office job, whatever the case may be, night out, you could wear this. It will get your attention. People will appreciate you wearing this. Up next, this fragrance is number 9 because yes, it applies a little bit more to fall. However, I don't have a full bottle, but it is a really good fragrance and I have tried it since last year when it released and I really like it. I have a travel spray, a second travel spray of it. City Rhythm, New Orleans. If you want to take a trip to New Orleans for a minute, get this fragrance. Has that roasted coffee, a little bit of praline. The praline is one of the reasons that this fragrance separates itself from another fragrance I'll mention later. The coffee and praline combination give it like this really bready texture that just works. It's not too gourmandy, but if you do like gourmand, you'll appreciate this. This is a different twist. There is a little bit more woods going on, not as sweet, but there is still prominence there. If you're familiar with City Rhythm, then you know they will deliver when you call upon them. Don't spring this on a first date. Maybe you could do it for a night out, not a first date. Next is going to be a fragrance that is an oldie but a goodie, timeless classic. However, it can be a bit challenging for those who don't have the patience and or aren't old enough for it, and or you just have to like leather and booze. Bentley for Men Intense. Spicy leather booze. Pretty strong. Pretty good longevity, especially for the price that you could get for this. I believe you could still find this for $50 and less. $55. I mean, splitting hairs at that point, but you get what I mean. Solid glass, great bottle, 3.4 ounce, and is a powerhouse. But this is for a much mature person. You have to like leather, you have to like booze. There's spice in here, slight musk. I appreciate it. Definitely going to be turning to this a lot in the fall. And don't wear this to work, otherwise they'll think you've been drinking on the job. So unless your job is a bartender, then you could, do that. The reason why this one is a little bit lower, not because it isn't good, but it's almost really splitting hairs. So I had mentioned a few fragrances ago that two fragrances almost have a little bit of an overlap. That's because Hez Parfums released a fragrance called Cafe Beignet. This would be in this spot. Pretty similar, a little bit sweeter. It doesn't have that praline note, but it still gives you that beignet, coffee, much more of a gourmand take. But just for a matter of redundancy, the one that will actually take its place, pinch hit, is going to be the original Bourbon Street from Hez. And honestly, if you haven't tried anything from Hez, I would say start with this and then work your way into everything else. Then you could go Cafe Beignet. You could wear this really signature scent worthy for the fall. And it's unisex. Men, women, whatever. A little bit of vanilla, sandalwood, slight spice and booze in there, but it's not so boozy that it comes off like you've been drinking like Bentley. This is being released as he's launching a new set of 4 fragrances. I don't have those on me, and they wouldn't have made this list anyways because I didn't have time to try them. But I'll still wear them in the fall, and I'll talk about them in reviews and live. Next is a recent acquisition that I picked up while in Los Angeles. And we had the pleasure of being at the Ex Nihilo boutique. And if you've already seen my video, then you know which one I'm talking about. This is a fragrance that I introduced to so many people there. I'm introducing to so many people now. When the world stops and people talk about Ex Nihilo, they're going to remember me for putting you onto this fragrance. This is the Harvey Nichols collaboration, Sloan Ravers. Now, why isn't this higher on the list? Not because I don't love the scent. This could actually be my signature scent this year. And it probably still will be. But this is a very expensive signature scent. 520 USD including tax. 100 ml bottle. But this is gorgeous, unique plum, cumin, patchouli, tonka bean. I know how I feel about tonka. Just, this is insane. Smells so good. Yeah, even now I just can't stop smelling it. But Sloan Ravers, Ex Nihilo, and Harvey Nichols collaboration. The only way you could get this is if you go out to Harvey Nichols, and that's an expensive flight, or you go to your Ex Nihilo boutiques. Only the boutiques will have this, like they have the Harrods and all the other collaborations. Now for this next one, you could say I'm a little bit biased. Okay, we all know I'm a brand ambassador for Diptyque. I work for Diptyque. If you're in the US and you want Diptyque, and or really any other fragrances that are on Bloomingdale's, contact me. But this particular fragrance is very important to me because this is the one that I used for my job interview. And yeah, I got the job. It means something. Cheers to that. We're talking about Eau Duel from Diptyque. You're in a cabin by a fireplace in the woods, drinking a chai latte, wearing a cashmere sweater, or have like a cashmere blanket draped over you. That's what you're going to get out of this. Also, for those of you who kind of feel like you're missing out on the Le Labo City exclusives that released this month in September, every September, and you don't want to fly to Paris and you don't want to pay the price tag of the Le Labo, this is close enough. This is the Eau de Toilette version. If it was an Eau de Parfum, it would be a dark bottle and a dark label as opposed to a clear bottle and a white label. But this is a smooth, not so sweet, but cozy vanilla. Not the strongest performance. This is a very relaxing fragrance. You wear this to relax and chill for the day. You could wear this on a date. You could wear this on a night out. Just know that it's not going to perform that well, but you could wear this anytime, any place, and you'll be good. Signature scent for the fall. I recommend it. And it's also pretty affordable for what it is compared to some of the others on this list. When I showed this to Ellie in my Diptyque video, First Impressions, she really enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to Ellie if you haven't. People enjoy it. Check this one out. Eau Duel, Diptyque. We are getting into some serious territory here, and I'm going to say with this next one, you have to like 3 things. You have to like rose, you have to like coffee, you have to like oud. If you don't like one of those 3 things, you're not going to like this fragrance. But wow, was this a masterpiece of a fragrance. We are talking about from the house of Xerjoff, Golden Dala. This fragrance means so much more to me because it was given to me as a gift by my bro, Raphael. A true testament to friendship. Rose, spice, oud, coffee. Has like this slight vanilla and patchouli going on, but at its heart, rose, oud, coffee, and spice. Last very long time. Some men may find it a little too feminine because that rose is really fresh, like a freshly picked rose that you pick, you bring it back to your house, coffee's brewing, it's Christmas time, so they've got like those spiced broom things hanging around, you know, the holidays and everything. But this is great. This is a little bit more mature too because of price, because of situations. I'd say a woman who's like in her 30s could wear this as a signature scent. A man who's 25 and above could wear this on a night out. But this is one of my special occasion fragrances. And then there were 3. This next one on the list, I have to say, I recently acquired. So good. You notice a trend here is that I like a couple of these notes. A lot of these overlap. This one also has a bunch of them. We are talking about from the house of Jousset, Cowabunga. I'm a Ninja Turtle fan also, you know, 90s kid at heart. Spiced coffee, oud, a little bit of mint even to break everything up, and tobacco. So you are literally outside of a coffee place. You're smoking a Camel Crush because it has the menthol. It's a Camel Crush cigarette with coffee in hand outside of your favorite cafe. That's exactly what this is. A little bit of vanilla too. Damn, this is really good. I'm going to be wearing a lot of this. Like I said, I recently acquired this and I'm thankful for it. So make sure you check this out. Make sure you check the brand of Jousset out in general if you like gourmands. But this, Cowabunga. Really good stuff. Glad I purchased it. We have 2 more. And let me let you know right now, one of them, a hint, is on my wrist. Okay? But up next, we are talking about Primera Perfumes Smoky Jazz. If you've tried Jazz Club from Maison Margiela, this is in line with that, but there's a Hinoki wood accord or a Hinoki wood note, and this like really booziness is significantly more boozy, but still not so boozy that it smells like you drenched whiskey on yourself. This is a fragrance that does a great job of really just being a powerhouse. This is a haymaker, heavyweight punch of a fragrance. Some women may find it to be a little too masculine because I know some women wear Jazz Club. That's a little bit more faint. This fragrance lasts. This fragrance performs. You're going to want to make sure that you have a bottle of this. Matter of fact, just check out the House of Primera in general. They release quality work. You can find them on Max Aroma. But I implore you to actually contact the brand directly. Information will be in the description. So number 2, Smoky Jazz. Last but not least, like I said, this is a giveaway or a hint. From the House of Bvlgari or Ram, the dry down in this fragrance right here is intoxicating, and it sticks to your clothes. Oud vanilla. Oud vanilla. That's all you need. It's very simple. And this isn't a super sweet vanilla. Yes, there's sweetness. So if you just hate vanillas, you're not going to like this fragrance. But if you like vanilla and you can tolerate certain ouds, this right here is the one for you. Women can wear this, but guys, do yourselves a favor. You get this, spray it, wear it maybe like an hour before you go out on your date or night out. I promise you, you don't even have to go heavy on the sprays, but if you do, hey, shop Michelle. But Aram is great. So there you go. There's my list. Let me know in the comments down below some of your fragrances that you'll be wearing for the fall. Let me know in the comments, have you tried any other fragrances mentioned? Like I said, we're getting back into this. So this is the first of a few lists, first of many videos. I appreciate you all.